am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV, and we have Ebro saying that both J. Cole and Drake are looking A-OK post beef. Let's listen.
Run around. You're going to have Drake putting out more music and I'm sure selling out shows and doing things. It's all great. It all worked out great for hip hop.
Everything came full circle. Everybody got what they wanted, and then they went back to their, normally scheduled programming. He's on tour. He's going on tour, dropping albums. It's like nothing ever happened.
No, you got.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Let me walk
it
that back.
It is not like nothing ever happened.
Let me walk that back.
And for the fans, it's okay, guys. No one thought anyone's career was just going to be over, and this was it.
But Eddie,
we knew that.
Bro, we sat on this couch many times. Remember the day I asked you, I was like, how does Drake come out of this? Y'all was like, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. And I'm like, he'll be fine, but it'll be different.
It will.
It will. And he's fine.
He's fine.
It's different. But we're here, guys. We're still here.
Listen, he's
you know
fine.
what I mean?
It's different.
It's different.
By the way, great opportunity to segue. J. Cole, it's different for J. Cole. Right? Remember, we was up here and he said he was the GOAT off features. And he also, what was the other line he tried to slide with?
It was like Muhammad Ali or whatever.
He said, if I would have something, I would have won the battle or something. He was like, time out, my guy.
He was like, no, you wouldn't.
There's certain things that people are going to be like, I mean,
you can't,
not really.
like,
not
you
so
can't,
much.
yeah, there's certain things that Cole can't really stand on.
But that doesn't mean we don't love you. That doesn't mean we don't regard you highly.
Right.
That doesn't mean we don't celebrate none of this. But I get it, man. It's like, listen, man, Pat Mahomes was about to win 3 Super Bowls in a row, bro. Pat Mahomes was going to be GOATed 3 Super Bowls.
Washed.
Right? He got washed at the Super Bowl.
He's still the same.
But he money back.
He's still the same.
But he's still very accomplished and still one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL. And will end his career as probably one of the greatest to ever do it.
But it's different.
But it's slightly different.
Look, at the end of the day, I can understand the Patrick Mahomes comparison to Drake. And when you try and think about it, I guess you can say that Drake's career is turning out a bit more differently post-beef than he would expect it to. I mean, he's still the great artist that he is, can still make the great music that he makes. But at the same time, when it comes down to like public perception, he's never going to be able to escape the scathing violation that Kendrick Lamar gave him last year. Now, when it comes to Cole, as long as he keeps rapping like the GOAT, he will continue and remain the GOAT. In my opinion, of course. I get it. He folded. He deleted 7-Minute Drill. Cool. He came back on Port Antonio, told us why he did those things, and we should respect him for that decision at the end of the day. I respect him for that decision. A lot of Cole fans respect him for the decision. A lot of music fans respect him for the decision as well. And if that's the case, we should just fucking move on. If his fan base hasn't turned on him, there's nothing no one is going to say that's going to make them want to turn on him. That's for Drake included. That's for Kendrick as well. Like, these three would have to really do some crazy ass shit for them to really be done. You feel me? R. Kelly wasn't finished until he went to prison. You get what I'm saying? This nigga was still selling out shows, still making music before all the shit had happened with him. Once that shit had happened, it was a wrap. Last thing we heard from R. Kelly was some pictures of him in prison. That's the last thing we seen. That's what's going to have to happen for any of these three to really, not be considered the legends that they are. At the end of the day.
It's a little different.
It's all.
Because if he would have won, then it's like, he's right behind Brady.
Can I
now
say
it's
this?
like, all right, bro.
I just want all the other rappers that aren't J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick Lamar. Okay, I'm gonna put them over to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
Can the rest of y'all help us out?
Well,
Please.
what do you mean?
I just need y'all to be exciting, a little bit more dynamic. Like, music is great. Like, make great music. That's part of it. Make exciting, dynamic music, because it's not just about before beef
It's not
even
that
started.
easy,
Bro, and
no,
we're
no,
not
no,
gonna.
bro,
Because
it's not easy.
we're not
This
gonna
is
get
not
that
easy.
moment.
No. I definitely agree with what everybody was saying there. Please, I think I made a plea like that. I was asking myself, I was like, man, okay, outside of Drake and Kendrick beefing, what's the next generational rap beef we could look forward to? Because, to be honest, everybody was looking forward to that. That's what made it the crazy thing that it was last year. We all knew that they were both sneak dissing each other over the years. Everybody always wondered why they never worked together. Like, we all knew these things. We honestly had them same questions between Cole and Drake at a certain point, until, they started riding together in the car, doing music together. And then it was like, okay, yeah, them guys are cool. But that never happened with Kendrick and Drake. So we still was like anticipating a bomb being dropped, and a bomb definitely got dropped. A nuke, some would say. But where's that anticipation for the future? It's like music is in such a spot now where you have great artists, you have great rappers, but they're not getting the push that they deserve. So they can't get put in the spotlight that they deserve to get put in, because the music industry is more so focused on putting people on that they want to put on, putting people on that kiss their ass. That's what they're focused on. They're not focused on bringing anybody up with some integrity that actually loves music. No, they rather have an artist like Playboi Carti that can continue to have all this hype. He never has to drop anything. You can give him $2 to $3 million a year and he'll be fine. He'll be okay. Keep teasing his fucking fans. Hey, 2024 music, 2025 music, 2026 music, 2027 music. I'm sorry. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. You want to know why? Because of what Buddy was talking about. Playboi Carti is not making any exciting music. He's not making any innovative music. He's just bullshitting. That's what he's doing. Sorry, Carti fans. Sorry. But that's just the truth.
See,
We're not going to get that
this
moment.
is not an easy
People
request, my
always
guy.
do the
It's
thing.
really
They think we're
hard, man. This is
Listen,
difficult.
I understand it's hard, but before the beef
Fuck,
even
man.
started, those were the three most dynamic people we had. I'm removing the beef away from it.
Yeah.
You know, because people in the comments like, why are you always talking about Drake? Why are you always talking about Kendrick? Why are you always talking about J. Cole? The rest of us, give us something. We would love to talk about more.
So boom, stay on that for a minute. Do
Okay.
you see how much Kendrick and Drake and Cole and Nicki Minaj have given of themselves to this game so that we can have great music? And by the way, not just giving in the recording process, but giving of their personal lives.
Touring,
just
taking time away from family.
This is hard, man.
Yeah.
This is not easy to be that great. And if
Mama
you-
mentality,
and look what-
yo.
Consistent- consistently.
But by the way, look what Lil Wayne had to give. Right? Look what Lil Wayne gave of his whole physical body to continue to stay engaged and want to write at a certain level and create at a certain level. And by the way, this isn't specific to hip hop. Look at some of the greatest musicians and artists you've loved in your life and what they gave to continue to create and try to find ways to be amazing.
Those are the sacrifices you make, unfortunately. Jay-Z retired twice because he was tired of this shit. But he came back. Why? Because he loves music. You will never stop creating. You'll always want to be done, but you'll never stop innovating if you're really that type of artist, if you really have that itch, if you really have it in your gene. A lot of these artists don't have it in their gene. Who was I listening to? It's somebody else. I don't know if it was Ice from the Joe, but it was somebody I was listening to where they were saying that rappers nowadays didn't get in it because they wanted to rap. I think it was Joe. Joe said, I think this was Joe on Joe Budden podcast. He was like, they're not here because they want to be rappers. No, they were drug dealers. They were in the street and they started rapping because it was just another stream of revenue. Oh, I'm in the street. I got clout. A lot of people know me. Yeah, let me do this on the side. See what happens. None of them truly cared about music. None of them truly have a passion for music. None of them. And I think he had brung that up because of the interview Rollo did with DJ Academics. And he had said something to the fact of, yeah, I was in the streets. Sometimes I hate the fact I started rapping because I was just in the streets doing me and everything was fine. And once I got this huge ass spotlight put on me, now the feds are on my ass, fans are on my ass, everybody on my ass. I can't move around how I used to because everybody knows who I fucking am. And it's like, yeah, sounds like a person. And Rollo, I fuck with Rollo. He had a good album. He dropped a nice little album this year. Fuck with it. I got like 4 tracks saved off of it. Pretty good album, in my opinion. Didn't review it, but it was pretty good. But either way, like, that's a prime example of a person that they were never really meant to be a rapper. They were always just meant to be a hustler. And so now you have the mash of the two, and nobody is truly focused on the thing that mattered the most in the beginning, and that's the fucking music. No, they're all concerned about the numbers and the money they're making and their events and the clout. No one, the music is the last thing they're concerned about. The last thing. And that's the problem with artists today. No, I ran it. But he made a point. he made a very, whoever that guy is, I don't know his name, Eddie Lowe, I don't know. He made a point. Either way, let me know what y'all think in the comments below about this topic and subject. I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV. And that's not to say there's no promise out there, but these niggas need to be more present. Joey Badass needs to be more present. What was the last song Jid dropped? Like, be more present. And you do have artists like Vince Staples and Tyler the Creator. It's some artists out there that are really pushing the pen, pushing music, or at least trying to push music forward. But unfortunately, they don't rap as often as the people that don't care about it. Those people rap way more, and we're hearing them way more than we're hearing the good shit. And that's an issue as well. It has a lot to do with, you know how nowadays most NBA players don't give a fuck about the NBA, don't give a fuck about, like, they made it. They get that guaranteed $1 million contract no matter whether they're 12th or starting. They get the $1 million. And that's fine to them. So they're just playing. That's why the NBA's in a decline. Y'all done gave them so much money. And not to say they don't deserve it or what have you. No, they do. But at the same time, it's no more effort on the court anymore. It's just the good players playing as good as they play because they actually have something to strive for and wanting to win a championship or something like that. And everybody else just being there. I'm here. Woo! Just clapping. You know, I've never seen the bench. Bro, go watch some clips back in the day. Them niggas wasn't dancing. Them niggas wasn't having, like, I'm sure they could have if they wanted to. They were clapping for them, you know, but them niggas wasn't all jolly and happy because they weren't making the money that they're making now. Them niggas on the bench now in their little fucking warm-up jumpsuit, doing TikTok dances on their phone, chilling, dapping niggas up. Hey, what's up? Seeing the bitches that's there, like, oh shit, I might have to get on that. Like, them niggas are chilling. They don't give a fuck about the game. If they hear their name, they shocked. They like, oh, you want me to play, coach? Like, that's what's happening, and that's what's gonna happen to rap. These rappers, these artists, they get that advance, they get the money, their lives are set for the rest of their lives, and the music becomes a footnote. It doesn't matter anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm still ranting. I am Savvy Mike. I feel really strongly about this because, you know, I love music. I love good music, and I want to hear great music. But it's hard to find great music when you having to filter through bullshit. That's all. Either way. Peace.